The NFL draft kicks off on Thursday. And you know what? It's not just a guy's sport anymore. Nearly half of NFL fans are now women. And Cowboys fans know women have had a strong presence for years. Teresa Woodard explains in this WFAA original.
Ten guys raising their arms with a touchdown signal here on the Cowboys sideline.
A generation of Dallas Cowboys fans knows no other voice.
They may have had too many men on the field there, guys.
And likely never thinks twice that scoops and stats from the sideline.
The greatest sideline reporter in the history of sideline reporters, Christy Scales,
have been delivered by a woman for the last 20 years.
When I moved from behind the scenes after 8 years as the producer, Ron Chapman told me, this is not fair, but because you're a female and the only female on the broadcast, you sound different than everyone else on the broadcast. Your voice will stand out. You have to be better.
It's not the way it is now, but it is the way it was then.
And this would have been 1989. And I got left outside the Arkansas locker room. All the men entered the locker room and I'm left standing outside, and they promised to bring the quarterback and the coach out, and I was still standing there when the male reporters started exiting, and they said the players and the coach had gone out the back door, and so I got nothing.
To learn what's changed for women in and around sports, and in particular the NFL, we brought together Cowboys broadcaster Christy Scales, the first female sideline reporter for an NFL team, and longtime sports writer Shireen Williams, the first woman to vote for the Pro Football Hall of Fame.
I did know it was historic when I was making the first vote. I mean, you know, everybody knows, you know, and I'll never forget there was another voter when I went into the first meeting and didn't know I was going to be in there. And this was an elder gentleman, and I walk in and he did a double take and said, "What is she doing here?"
And that was recent, 2006. In 2018, the NFL estimates almost half of its fans are women. So involving them in every aspect of the game makes marketing and monetary sense. According to the league, the NFL now has 6 female athletic trainers, 100 female executives, 2 full-time female coaches, and 2 female officials, including Sarah Thomas, who made history as the first woman to take on that role in 2015.
The NFL actually changed the name of that officiating position, and instead of head linesman, it is now a down judge. So that's league-wide, not just for Sarah. So that's one of the small incremental ways how things have changed.
There were few female role models for Williams and Scales to pattern themselves after, but they recognize that's what they are now.
I don't think either one of us wants to be seen as, Christy doesn't want to be seen as a great female sideline reporter, and I don't want to be seen as a great female sports writer. We just want to be seen as really good at what we do because we do a good job, not because we're women.
Yeah, that's right. We know that we've made real progress when we don't have to answer the question anymore about being a female covering the NFL.
Successful journalists who've proven themselves in an industry and a world that did not set them up for success. Teresa Woodard, Channel 8 News.